Democracy. Capitalist democracy. Under liberal democracies, a blanket term for so-called democracies with a regulated free market, such as the US, UK, or Canada, a representative of the people may receive funding from lobbyists in an attempt to sway the vote of the representative. Essentially, the rich can pay representatives to vote for what they want. This means that if you are rich enough you can indirectly purchase the vote of a representative. This is corruption, and every layer of liberal government is soaked in it. Many will say this isn't corruption, since corruption is the direct purchase of a vote. Essentially, here's money, now vote for what we want you to. As opposed to wealthy lobbying, which is, here's money, now please vote for we want you to, if you don't we won't fund your re-election. Many would say that a liberal democracy is still a democracy since the people directly vote for a representative. On paper this makes sense, however in action liberal elections are sham elections where only a handful of undecided voters in swing states choose between a wealthy elitist capitalist and a wealthy elitist capitalist. Capitalists use intentional loopholes to subjugate vulnerable communities to use their backlash as fuel for a last resort fire. Politicians, regardless of if they genuinely believe their own crap, still take bribes from the capitalists. In America, corruption is giving money to politicians to do something, but lobbying is donating money to politicians to ask them to do something. Either way, regardless of moral values, the material reality is the same: corruption, on every level. True democracy. We socialists argue that democracy is one of the most important aspects of a free and just society. We believe all people should be free to partake in democracy that personally and meaningfully changes their life. We also believe a country that claims democracy but that doesn't allow unfiltered opinions to spread isn't a just or free nation. We believe democracy isn't limited to public choice of lawmakers, or at least that isn't the minimum for a people to justifiably claim democratic or free governance. We value communal and workplace democratic decision-making, where the governance does not play a role in influencing public opinion. Occasionally under capitalist governance you will see democratic workplaces or local democratic government, such as in worker cooperatives, however we envision a world where this is the rule, not the exception. We believe that workers should be able to routinely elect among themselves a council. If a council member is notified of or feels a problem is at hand, they can introduce a proposition. Workers would then vote among various interpretations and solutions of the perceived issue.